Thank you for joining the Legacy Foundation Japan on our part one event on Furusato Nozei. Legacy Foundation Japan started in 2020 with our aim to provide service to people in Japan as well as our Japanese diaspora. Tonight, we will focus on our non-immigrant or immigrants to Japan and help you to go through the process of getting tax benefits. And Natsumi-chan is going to walk us through what is Furusato Nozei, how to figure out how to navigate Furusato Nozei to make sure that you make no mistakes. But instead of me continue talking, I will turn over to Natsumi-chan, who will go through Furusato Nozei. Before we go ahead, if you have access to your computer, you can go on any of these in the chat for the last time, go in and check the links there. So at least you know you can follow what Natsumi-chan is going to talk to us about tonight. Natsumi-chan, and Henry's here in case we need translation.
Does anyone know who I am? Sorry, you didn't know who you are?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, who you are and who she is and who I am? Yeah, you can use that.
Hi, sorry. I'm Sashali Seals, the Director of Programming for the Legacy Foundation Japan. And Natsumi-chan is a very important part of our programming team.
Hi, my name is Henry. I'm the Financial Director for the Legacy Foundation Japan. And I'm here to help translate and answer any questions people may have. If anyone, if Natsumi or Sashali need help. So, hello. Natsumi, it's all you.
Hi, I'm Natsumi. So today I will explain about Furusato Nozei. And so in the part one, we're gonna learn about the whole concept of Furusato Nozei and how to start Furusato Nozei and what to be careful. So Furusato Nozei, so it's basically hometown tax donation program. So which is a tax system launched in 2008 to help fund regional revitalization. So income earners in Japan, including non-Japanese people, can use this program to reduce upcoming tax payments by donating a portion of their taxes to a designated city, which with the added benefit of receiving gifts in exchange for the tax donation. So before I talk about the Furusato Nozei, which I'm gonna explain the problem in Japan. So you guys see the arrow too? Okay. So in the countryside, they have more kids, so they use a lot of money. But once they grow up, they move to a city, and once they move in a city, they're gonna pay tax in the city that they live. And once they get old, most of them go back to their hometown, and the old people need a tax. So countryside spend more tax, but they have less workers, less young people that they pay tax in the countryside. On the other hand, in the city, they have a lot of workers who pay taxes, but less old people that they use the tax on. So that's the problem. So countryside need more money from the tax, but city has too much money from the tax. That's the problem. So to solve the problem, there is the Furusato Nozei. So we can donate a portion of our taxes to the city you choose to help the locals. But how this program would help us to reduce tax. So when people talk about Furusato Nozei, people will be like, oh, this is a tax reduction, but it actually doesn't tax reduction. But to join the program of Furusato Nozei, you can receive a lot of benefits. So in a usual case, if it's you, you pay a tax, and if the tax due is 100,000 yen, you're just gonna pay the whole amount of tax due to the city you live. And that's it, that's all about it. But with the Furusato Nozei, the same example, tax due is 100,000 yen, but there is donation limits if you apply a Furusato Nozei. So in this case, I said it that your donation limits is 20,000 yen. So first you donate to a city you choose. So you choose the city that you want to donate. And so if the donation limit is 20,000 yen, in this case, you donate a 10,000 yen for each city. And you will report how much money you donate to each city with kakutei shinkoku in the end of the year, which is tax return filing. So after you do that, this city that they receive donation from you, they will send you a gift as appreciation. And after you report how much money you donate to other city with the kakutei shinkoku, which is tax return filing, tax office will report the city you live, and your city will apply tax reduction from the city tax next year. Does that make sense? I think
Yes.
Henry can
If you have a
help me.
problem, just say it
Yeah.
in the comment section, please.
Yeah, does anyone have a question about the Japan tax system? Like, why are you being reduced the next year, not the present year? If not, we'd have to start with sort of explaining how taxes work in Japan. Can someone raise their hand if they have a question?
Okay. All right. Lisa is asking, is a tax reduction equivalent to the donation? You wanna answer?
Sure. As you can see, the tax equivalent, yeah, the tax reduction is not exactly equivalent. If you look at the bottom left of the slide on the screen, the tax deduction is that amount you donated minus 2,000 yen, or minus particular number, minus 2,000 yen for this example. So it's almost, okay? The only difference, and I guess you would say, rather than tax reduction, what it is, also the donation limit 20%.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute. But pretty much, yeah, let me explain the following year. So the way your local city calculates your taxes is based on your income from the previous year. So what happens is when your company you do your tax return, the city government keeps track of what your tax return or what your salary and income was for the previous year. And then from May, they calculate your taxes. You calculate your residence tax and your city tax, and those taxes are calculated based on your previous year income. So that's why the reduction in your tax occurs the next year. For receiving gifts for the money you donate, but the reduction in your taxes is based on your, in theory, lowered salary because you donated money in the previous year. That's just the way the Japanese tax system works. It works a year in arrears.
Right. So when does the tax reduction come in?
Let's move through the slides and prepare to get to the questions.
Okay, we're gonna answer those questions in a little section, but just so you know, this section, this slide that is explaining, it's basically saying, hey, this is my taxes. A part of my taxes, I'm going to give to this city. So it's still the amount of the same taxes, but instead of just giving your taxes, and that's the end of it, when you pay your taxes, you actually get something from the city. Natsumi-chan, please, and then we'll answer the rest of the question. Teresa, thank you. Keep putting questions in the comment. Hi.
Okay, so as Harry explained, I'm gonna talk about tax reduction. So here's the thing. So as Harry explained, amount of money that you can donate with the Furusato Nozei program were different from your income last year. So I'm gonna talk about the calculation later, but once you can figure out how much money you can donate to other city, that's the amount of money that you can donate. And after you donate, 2,000 yen from the donation would be taken as a commission fee. The rest of the money will be deducted from the tax dues next year. And those tax are basically gonna use income tax and the city tax. So yeah, as I say, it's not basically a tax reduction because total tax due in simple way is this, but you actually pay 2,000 of a commission fee extra. But why people say Furusato Nozei is very beneficial? So the amount of money you donate to other city will be deducted from your tax next year, but you actually pay 2,000 of commission fee, as I say. But is it worth to pay 2,000 of commission fee? Let me show you the example of Furusato Nozei gift. So those are the gifts. I took this picture from Satofuru. So those are the gifts that city would send you as appreciation. And those are the price that you need to donate to receive the gift. But as I say, the price after you subtract the commission fee, which is 2,000 from donating price will be deducted from your tax next year. So it basically means that you can receive all those gifts just paying 2,000 yen. I'm sorry, it's extra, but does that make sense? So with
Yes.
that 2,000 commission fee, you can get all these gifts from the city you donate. So here I explain how to apply Furusato Nozei program. So first, before we start this session, Sasha was mentioned about the link that we share on the comment section. There is a Furusato Nozei simulator. So with using the simulator, we calculate how much money you can actually donate in maximum. And next, you search gift that you want or city or town you want to support. And once you decide the city or gift that you want, you actually pay, which is donate. And after you donate, those city will give you the gift. So you basically receive the gift from those cities. And after or before you receive the gift, the city you donate will send you the certification to show how much money you donate to the city. And with those paper, you do filing tax return. Usually next year, February 16 to March 15. So for example, if you donate this year and then you have to submit the filing tax return paperwork next year, February 16 to March 15. And here, that's the important part. So filing tax return form, you need a certification that the city you donate will give you. And without the documents, you cannot receive tax reduction. So you just donate 1,000 of yen for the city. That's it, without receiving the gift, which you don't want it. So please make sure that you don't throw it away. So for this today's session, we're just gonna go through the how to calculate and how to search the gift.
Okay, that's to me. Can you pause for a second? There was a question back. I just wanted to answer the person's question.
Okay.
We're moving along. And the question the person had was with regards to it was Teresa's company. It's Teresa. If your company does your taxes for you, you still need to do a kakute shinkoku. So you'll do another additional tax filing as well. Your company doesn't do the Furusato Nozei process for you. You have to do that on your own between February and March.
No, but sorry, by December, you have to do if you want to get it for file next year. So
That wasn't the question. The question was, she asked if her company does her tax at the end of the year. Give the document to her company. That's
okay.
what it is. Give her a document to the company. Does she have to file on her own? She has to file on her own. She has to do her own kakute shinkoku. If you were to do it this year, for instance, you have to, your company does, your company does your tax at the end of the year. A lot of us, our companies do it for us, but you have to still do a kakute shinkoku in order to receive the tax benefit for those that don't know that. Sorry, I just want to answer that question.
Okay. There's actually a system called one-stop system. With using that, actually your company can do the Furusato Nozei thing. But
Not to me, can you give the link for One Stop?
one stop.
It's just onestop.com.
No. So when you choose the gift,
Mm.
there is a check mark if you want to apply the one-stop program or not. But it's another complicating part. But when you use one-stop, you have to send the form by January 10th. So if you want to apply this year, it's kind of hard. So yeah, for this session, I think we should focus on Hakute Shinkoku, but probably next year I would like to explain one-stop system as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Any more questions before Natsumi goes on to the simulation? Are we okay? Are we understanding so far? We good? Okay, Natsumi-chan, suzuite kudasai.
Hi. So there is a Furusato Nozei simulators to see how much money you can donate in maximum. And yeah, as I say in the comment section, we share 3 links. So which one we should use? Maybe let's use
Satofuru?
Satofuru.
Okay, so
Furunabi?
Furunabi, so if you have the chance now, you can, while listening to Natsumi-chan, you can perhaps go to your preferred Furusato websites, either ones that we suggested or one you would suggest, and Natsumi-chan will just go through it now.
Here
Okay.
is,
So Natsumi-chan, if we buy from Rakuten, is there one stop? Satofuru would work, and PayPay. Okay. Natsumi-chan, let's go through Furunavi first, and then I can show on my PayPay app.
okay.
Hi.
All right. So the people who got PC, please open the Furunabi link. And it goes to this page. Is that the same page that you guys seen? Hopefully. So on the top part, you put your income. Income means before they deduct the tax, like income tax, anything, without considering a tax reduction. Yeah, how much money you make. So for example, I was trying to make like 70 months. So I put like 700 man. Yeah. And in the next part, you choose if you have it, if you're married or not. And if you're not married, you check on nashi. If you if you are married, you check on Ari. And if you marry and then both of you are working, and you check Ari and Tomobataraki. And that's the simple simulation. Here you can, for example, me, I set as 700만 for my income, and the simulation result is 10,800 yen, 108,200. That's the amount of money that I can donate.
So do you, guys, so this is the simplest
Yes.
simulation, the basic simulation that you can have for Furusato. This is just a general. And as you see, it's that one-time 2,000 yen that is listed on this screen rather than like 2,000 yen every single time. Natsumi-chan, you want to do one like maybe if you have kids and see? Like,
Okay, yeah.
onegaishimasu.
So I have it. So here, it's a simple one. And if you want to see more details, you press the arrow here. If you open the pull down, there are more section that you need to put in. So here is the number of kids, which says under 15 years old. This one says 16 to 18 years old, 19 to 22 years old, 23 to 69 years old. And that's the part you need to put in. So for example, if I have one kid of less than 15 years old, I put 1. And here, if you have a family member with disability, you can put a number here as well. And here is the mandatory section. You have to put shakai hokenryo, how you translate it.
Social insurance.
Okay. If you pay social insurance, which you can check,
These should all be written on your tax withholding slip.
yes.
It's all written there.
For example, I'm just gonna put like that. And the next section is
Earthquake insurance deduction.
if you sign a contract with the earthquake insurance, then you put it. If you don't, you just put 0. And Iryo Kojo, wow.
Comes from your tax withholding slip.
So basically, if you have your tax withholding slip, you match these words with the numbers. So these 3 things will be on our tax withholding slip if you're paying them. You just match what you see in Japanese and then put it on the website. Lisa, no, if you pay social insurance, if you pay earthquake insurance, or if you pay, what is this?
Well, it's
medical deduction, those are the 3 sections that you can put in. So
it's
not just
really, it's not related to dependents at all.
Yeah. Should I show the
those
sample?
are,
I
yes.
have a paper. Ah.
Hide your numbers, not switch on.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I think people know the form.
Yeah. So here,
Just show the top of the form, Natsumi-chan, just the top.
Just the top. It's the title of it.
okay.
Just the title. That's all we need.
Just the title.
Hi. So here
My number gets up there.
is like social insurance, right? And here is Seme Hokan.
The earthquake insurance, yeah.
Earthquake insurance is right here. So if you receive those paper from your company, you just gotta type in the same number here. That's it. So if I put everything, now we got the little different number from the simple simulation. Yeah, that's how you figure out how much money you can donate. Is everyone good?
Any more? Do you have to submit the certificate from the city with your kakute shinkoku?
Mm.
Yes. Lisa, you won't get any additional benefit if you give more money. So you can give as much as you want, but you will, that's like you can't give your whole tax bill to the Furusato Nozei.
Yeah,
So you can only give you can only get the discount up to what is listed. You can give more, but there's no extra benefit. And as asking about certificate, Natsumi-chan says that once you get the certificate from that city, you must, if you don't present it, it's like you never did it at all.
Mm.
Yes, those are Natsumi-chan.
Hi. So the simulation we just did. So my simulation say 12 万, right? So in this example, I just can order 12 of 2 kilogram of beef, and all I pay is only 2,000 yen. And all the other money that I pay will be deducted from the tax next year. So that's why Furusato Nozei is very beneficial. I mean, very nice system. And here's on so this is the one we just did. And if you go to other Furusato Nozei website, they also got like same kind of simulation. Furusato Choice, so they already have, like, you know, if you have a kid and then they already got a certain amount of money of income, that you just click it and then they will show the result. Rakuten as well, you just gotta put the money, and if you're married or single, and if you have kids or not, and then they will show the result. As you can see, if I put like same number, the result will be a little different, depends on the website, because as we just did, like I didn't put like, how you call it?
You didn't put all the deductions.
Yeah. All the details. So that's all like simple simulation. That's why it's a little different. So if you really want to be careful, like if you don't surpass the limits, I recommend like detail, not like simple simulation one. You should just actually put the actual number, or you just visit a multiple website and then do a simple simulation so you can get the concept of like about how much you can
Yeah,
donate. Yeah.
average, yes.
Average.
So
Yeah.
if you don't want to go deep and it's difficult for you, go to all
Yeah.
the sites, do the simple
Mm.
simulation,
Yeah.
average it out, and die. Okay.
Right. So here it's like, okay, it's like 110,000 yen to each month. So next, how to search the gift. So those are the website which is famous in Japan: Furunabi, Rakuten, Satofuru. A lot of people use Rakuten because you can receive a Rakuten point when you donate. So as I explained, you actually got to pay 2,000 yen as a commission fee. But if you receive Rakuten point, which you can use 1 point as 1 yen. So some people making more money if you can donate a lot and then you receive 3,000 of Rakuten point back, and you actually make 1,000 yen, something like that. So as I recommend Rakuten, let's see Rakuten. So here's the Rakuten Furusato Nozei page. And you can see all this thing, and then there is like money. So if you have a lot of money that you can donate, and then you just gotta click like Goman to Juman, and they will show you the option that you can donate. Or some people just research like which city is like really having a struggle, and then they donate to the city with the research.
Okay. All right. Someone's asking a question. It's yes, Lisa, it's just your Rakuten. You log into Rakuten and go through Rakuten. Amina, it really depends on like, because it's a gift, it's not like it's not like you're paying for something. So you're not gonna actually pay the value of that gift, but what is it that you want? So for example, if you saw on Rakuten a minute ago, on Rakuten, you can use it to stay in hotels. So you want a holiday, but you like a nice ryokan and you don't want to, have to pay for that, then you can use that and go to the ryokan. Or there are like travel coupons and restaurant coupons that Rakuten offers. So each different sites, generally there's always meat and fish and vegetable and stuff.
Yeah.
But some sites do offer like Natsumi-chan, if you go back to Rakuten, there is
Yeah, so
yeah, like ski, like coupons back for different things. JTB go to travel coupons and stuff like that that some companies may not offer. So it really depends. That's why you want to take your time to figure out like what do you really want. Like for me, I want to cut my food bill down. So there's an option to say monthly, and I choose rice. So I don't have to buy rice for the whole year or some basic stuff. You can choose like what gives you a one-time rice, or what gives you rice every 2 months or something like that. So not only are you reducing your tax, but you can actually choose to reduce like your food bill by choosing that. Or there's like, no, not to mention like vegetable basket. So like you can get vegetables every 2-3 months. So it really depends on not just the tax reduction, what benefits do you want from the tax reduction?
Yep.
Those are not chan.
Yeah, I just showing. So even like those like vacuums and rice cooker as well, you can get that by donating, and you actually have to pay 2,000 yen. So it's very nice.
Fun fact, if you are paying enough taxes, you can actually get like golf gear as well.
Yeah. More money you make, more money you can donate, and then more expensive stuff that you can receive. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you search, and I just put the do not thing. So do not donate more than your donatable limit. So you only can receive the tax reduction by the amount of money you check with the simulator earlier. And if you donate more than your limit, the money you spend extra, it just go to the city as a donation, and you cannot receive extra gift. So please be careful if you really want to save your money. And also do not throw away the donation certifications. Like we keep saying, you need the certification to fill tax return form. Without the certification, you cannot receive tax reduction. So you can receive the gift still, but you're not going to receive a tax reduction, like I said. So please be careful with these two things. Yeah, so this is the today's section, and then we going to have part 2 talking about filing tax return. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, arigato, Natsumi-chan. Okay, so let's feel the questions.
Okay.
Natsumi and Henny and everybody. So we're gonna go through all the questions that you have. Natsumi-chan, when do you actually get the certificate from the city? How long does it take to get those certificates?
Okay, it depends on the city. Some
Mhm.
city is very organized. If so, you receive in 1 week or a few days. But if the city was having trouble or not really good at organizing stuff, they might take like 1 month or 2 months. So you have to be careful. If you can read Japanese when you donate, can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Mhm. So for example, there is a review.
Mm.
The review says everything like, oh, this meat was horrible, or and it also say the certification didn't come early, so I couldn't submit on time, or like you can see those comments as well. So yeah, I would recommend you to see the review.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When do the gifts come, Natsumi-chan?
It's the same as certification. It depends on the city, or which depends on what you want. So I think Sasha, you pay for rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the rice, you usually say like around what time you're gonna receive the gift. For example, like a mikan, like Japanese orange, they harvest in a winter time. So if you donate in a summertime, you cannot receive the orange as soon, like soon, because they didn't harvest yet. So it really depends on what you want, what you pay for.
Okay, so basically, depending on your gift, there's a time. Actually, if you just use Google Translate, if you're using your computer, you can translate some of the things. Like for me, I wanted like monthly things that give you. Natsumi-chan, can you go to the one that says give out more than once?
Yeah.
Because some gifts you only get one time. There's the thing that says like, not that you get more than once. So if you choose things that you get more than once, then it's going to come multiple times for the year. Okay, Natsumi, while you're looking for that, just think about this. It says, if the deadline for placing order is December 31st, what's the deadline for that certificate paperwork? If I'm out of the country until mid-January, can I still apply? No.
Talking about one stop.
日本語で。ごめんなさい。
Okay, so
Explain it to Natsumi so she can answer.
例えば、誰かがやっぱり、なんていうの、サトフルとか、申請が12月31日が締め日であれば、
はい。
例えば、なんていうの、サティフィケが、いつまで来るのか、間に合うのか、確定申告のために、なぜならば、やっぱり1月中旬までいない。ということなんですけれども、申請できますかと聞いてるんですね。
はい。そこに関しては、the city should know that you need a certification by that time. So
yeah, so I think, sorry, Masha, you need to, can you just clarify a little bit? You're out of the country until mid-January, so you're here for the tax filing period, which is February 16th to March 16th, so there shouldn't be an issue. So based on what you've written here. So you're in Japan from mid-January? Is that what that means, Masha?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, you're fine.
No worries.
Excuse me, sorry.
All right. Yeah, like this. Thank you, Natsumi-chan.
Yeah. So,
So,
yeah, this one says from when it said 2022 April, and they're gonna send a 5 kilogram of rice 6 months. Renzoku.
so every so every month for 6 months,
Mhm.
you will get 5 kilos of rice. So it really, like, honestly, it really depends on how do you want the tax benefits. Natsumi-chan, they want to see how you got to this point.
What?
They want to see how to get to this screen.
Okay, okay, okay.
So it really depends, like, what is it that you want to get?
So, mhm,
Those are Natsumi.
I'm using Rakuten, and here it's a content research, like easy research. There is like a pull down or categorizing. So I choose shokhin, food, and there is rice. So I click it, and they show just rice. And there's like 12 months for 12 months every month, or the first 6 months. And yeah, you can check like that.
Yeah. So you can do search bar. Natsumi, there's one section where you can check the gifts that give you more than once. What was that? I don't remember the option, but there's some, like, so there's an option. It actually takes a bit of time, but there's an option to choose when you filter, Natsumi-chan, in the filter section, to choose like multiple gifts, like multiple stuff. So, like, for me, like, rice is normal, but like for meat or
Okay, this one.
yeah, oh yeah, that one.
Hey,
Or you can, yes, or you can get like vegetable boxes and stuff like that. Thank you, Amina. Natsumi-chan Oshita. Yeah. So you can choose, like, if you go in here, you can choose things that come multiple. Can you donate as a company, Natsumi? Can a company get Furusato, or is it only individual?
Should be only individual.
Okay. So when you go, yeah, so only not only individual. So if you go into like this section, it show you like 12-month sets and different things that you can get, like fruit of the month, basically. So fruit of the month, and you can choose, and they will send you a fruit each month. You can't choose a day, but it will come through you depending on what you choose.